The story of the Star of Bethlehem is one that shines with mystery, wonder, and divine meaning, intricately woven into the Christmas narrative. According to the Gospel of Matthew, wise men, often referred to as magi, observed a unique star rising in the sky, a star that signified the birth of a remarkable king. They were learned men from the East, scholars of the stars, who understood the heavens and perceived that this star heralded the arrival of someone extraordinary. Intrigued by its brilliance, they embarked on a journey of faith to find this child, traveling far and facing unknown challenges. Upon arriving in Jerusalem, they inquired, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." Matthew 2 verse 2. Eventually, the star led them to Bethlehem, where they found Jesus and worshipped him, offering gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. The star's role in this story is more than a simple astronomical occurrence. It embodies God's guidance, illuminating a path in both a physical and spiritual sense. The Star of Bethlehem served as a light in the darkness, a compass pointing toward Jesus, who Christians believe is the light of the world. This is deeply relevant to the celebration of Christmas, as the season itself centers around the coming of Jesus as a source of light and hope for humanity. In the same way that the wise men followed the star to find Jesus, we are invited to seek God's direction in our lives, especially during the Christmas season, a time when the message of hope and renewal is at the forefront. Just as the star led the Magi to the Savior, Jesus himself offers direction and purpose to those who seek him. This story of the Star of Bethlehem also speaks to the theme of divine guidance during a season when many reflect on their lives, decisions, and future. Christmas, with its message of God's love and the birth of Christ, is a reminder that we are not alone on our journeys. The star that led the wise men can symbolize God's constant presence and guidance, reassuring us that God's light is available to all who seek it. John 8 verse 12 recounts Jesus saying, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." This aligns with the story of the star, emphasizing that by following Jesus, we can navigate the uncertainties of life with a guiding light that brings peace and purpose. Moreover, the star's appearance to the wise men from a distant land speaks to the inclusivity of Jesus' birth, a central theme of Christmas. The star's light was visible to anyone who looked up and paid attention, symbolizing that the message of Jesus' birth is for everyone, regardless of background or origin. The Christmas season, then, becomes a time to celebrate this universal love, reminding us that God's guidance and light are accessible to all who seek it. It's a time to recognize our shared human journey and the need for compassion, love, and guidance as we walk through life. The story of the Star of Bethlehem holds a wealth of symbolism and lessons that reach beyond its historical setting and resonate deeply with the spirit of Christmas. Often considered a miraculous phenomenon, this star uniquely symbolizes the connection between heaven and earth, a divine bridge that brought wise men from far-off lands to witness the arrival of Jesus. The star's appearance wasn't merely an event for astronomers to marvel at but was a divine invitation that transcended social, cultural, and geographical boundaries, embodying a message of inclusion and unity. This aspect of the Star of Bethlehem aligns seamlessly with Christmas's core message, a time of love, peace, and goodwill that reaches across all divides to unite humanity under the banner of hope. Reflecting further on the journey of the Magi, the star also embodies the quest for truth and meaning, themes central to the Christmas season. These wise men, guided only by their knowledge of the heavens and a belief in something greater, traveled an uncertain path in search of answers. They left behind the comforts of familiarity and security to pursue a journey of faith, an act that echoes the spirit of those who seek deeper understanding and purpose in life. Christmas, then, becomes a time to reflect on our own journeys, inviting us to move beyond the material aspects of the holiday and reconnect with a sense of purpose and spiritual longing. Just as the star's light pointed the way toward Jesus, it reminds us of the deeper, often hidden, meanings in life that go beyond what is visible. The Star of Bethlehem also brings to light the idea of divine timing. The star did not appear at a random moment, nor did it guide the wise men instantly to Jesus. Instead, it led them on a journey that required patience, persistence, and trust. This speaks to a key theme in the Christmas season, God's perfect timing. Just as the star guided the wise men step by step, sometimes leading them through unexpected challenges, so too does life often unfold in ways that require us to trust in timing beyond our understanding. The star is a powerful symbol that encourages us to remain steadfast and hopeful, even when the journey is long or the path unclear. The idea of light as guidance is deeply resonant during Christmas, a season often associated with joy and celebration but also with reflection and seeking inner peace. In a world filled with uncertainty and darkness, the Star of Bethlehem stands as a reminder that there is always light available to those who seek it. It teaches us that God's light is not passive, it actively reaches out, drawing us closer to understanding, compassion, and the ultimate gift of divine presence. The star's brilliance contrasts with the humble surroundings of Jesus' birth, teaching us that true light and truth are often found in the most unassuming places. This humility and simplicity call us to embrace a quieter, more introspective approach to Christmas, where the focus shifts from external celebrations to internal renewal. The star's presence in the night sky marks a moment of divine intervention in the ordinary world. It did not appear in a grand or worldly setting but instead shone above a humble town, symbolizing how God often works through what is modest or overlooked to reveal the extraordinary. This humility of location and manner teaches us that the divine is not bound by human expectations of grandeur or importance. Rather, God's presence can be found in the simplest aspects of life. The Christmas season, therefore, becomes an invitation to seek God not only in grand celebrations or big life events but in the quiet and humble corners of our lives, reminding us to look beyond appearances and open our hearts to God's presence in all forms. Another layer to the Star of Bethlehem is its representation of hope that persists even in the darkest times. For the wise men, the star offered guidance in the vast, unpredictable wilderness, lighting their way through the unknown. This light amidst darkness symbolizes the hope that Christmas brings, a hope that endures, even when circumstances feel uncertain or overwhelming. The Christmas season is often filled with joy, but it is also a time when many reflect on challenges, loss, or the complexities of life. The Star of Bethlehem encourages us to hold on to the hope that God's light can break through any darkness, guiding us to renewed purpose and peace. As the wise men traveled through the night, the star's light gave them direction. Similarly, during Christmas, we are reminded that no matter how dark life may seem, there is always a source of hope and guidance when we place our trust in God. The star also embodies a divine calling, drawing people from different lands, beliefs, and backgrounds toward a common goal, to witness and honor the birth of Christ. This unifying call speaks powerfully to the Christmas theme of peace and goodwill among all people. The wise men were not Israelites, yet they were drawn to the Christ child, demonstrating that the message of Jesus' birth transcends cultural and national boundaries. The star's light is a reminder that God's message of love and salvation is for everyone, inviting all to come together in unity. During Christmas, this call to unity and peace becomes especially important as we are encouraged to reach across our differences, showing kindness, compassion, and understanding. The Star of Bethlehem, therefore, not only led the wise men to Jesus but also symbolizes the potential for humanity to come together in the spirit of love and reconciliation. Furthermore, the journey of the wise men under the star's guidance highlights the value of patience, perseverance, and faith in the unseen. They did not know exactly where the star would lead them or how long the journey would take, but they trusted its light, pressing on even when the path was uncertain. This trust speaks to the heart of the Christian message, particularly at Christmas, a message that encourages believers to walk by faith, trusting in God's guidance even when they cannot see the full picture. The star teaches us that faith is often a journey rather than an immediate destination. For many, Christmas can be a time of transition or personal reflection, where we may feel uncertain about the future. The Star of Bethlehem reminds us that faith requires both patience and resilience, inviting us to trust in God's guidance even through the unknown. The Star of Bethlehem also signifies God's willingness to reveal himself to those who genuinely seek him. The wise men, though not part of the Jewish faith, were sincerely searching for truth, and God met them where they were by providing a sign they could understand and follow. This aspect of the story highlights the inclusivity and accessibility of God's love. At Christmas, we celebrate the birth of Jesus as Emmanuel, God with us, an expression of God's desire to be close to humanity and make himself known to all who seek him, regardless of background. This openness is a fundamental Christmas message, reminding us that God's love extends to everyone, and that sincere seekers, no matter where they begin, can find their way to God. Moreover, the Star of Bethlehem can be seen as a call to look beyond earthly power and success and to seek a greater, spiritual purpose. The wise men traveled past earthly rulers, even consulting with King Herod, but they did not stay with him. Their destination was the humble birthplace of Jesus. In a world where status, wealth, and power often dominate, the star leads us away from worldly aspirations and toward a deeper connection with the divine. This shift in perspective is at the heart of the Christmas message, inviting us to reflect on what truly matters. The star symbolizes a higher calling, encouraging us to pursue values like kindness, love, and compassion over the fleeting pursuits of power and wealth. The Star of Bethlehem represents God's faithfulness to his promises. Long before the star appeared, Prophecies in the Old Testament foretold the coming of a Messiah, and the star's appearance was a fulfillment of these promises. For believers, this serves as a reminder that God is faithful and that His plans unfold in perfect timing, even if it sometimes requires waiting. The Christmas season, then, becomes a time of renewed trust in God's promises and a reminder that He will always be true to His word. The star's appearance also speaks to the idea of divine pursuit. It did not merely mark a location for the wise men to find, but rather it actively moved, guiding them step by step. This movement shows God's active role in seeking out humanity, leading them not only to a place but to a person, the Christ child. In this way, the Star of Bethlehem embodies God's desire for relationship, indicating that God doesn't passively wait for us to find Him but actively reaches out, drawing us closer. Christmas, therefore, becomes a celebration of God's initiative in drawing near to us. Just as the star moved in real time with the Magi's journey, we are reminded that God's presence is dynamic, involved, and constantly leading us, if we are open to follow. This pursuit also teaches us about responsiveness to divine guidance. The wise men were receptive and sensitive to this celestial sign, interpreting it as an invitation from God. Their willingness to heed the star's message demonstrates an openness and readiness to respond when called. The Christmas season similarly invites us to develop a posture of attentiveness, to look for God's signs in our own lives and be willing to respond with action. The wise men did not simply observe the star from a distance, they committed to a journey, enduring challenges and uncertainties to arrive at their destination. This active engagement calls us to reflect on how we respond to God's invitations, reminding us that faith often requires stepping out of our comfort zones and embarking on journeys of trust and devotion. In addition, the Star of Bethlehem subtly conveys a message about transformation. It guided the wise men on a journey that not only led them to Jesus but changed them as individuals. When they encountered Christ, they left with a new understanding, a profound sense of wonder, and an altered path, avoiding Herod on their return. The star's role in their story reflects the transformative power of God's presence, suggesting that true encounters with the divine leave us changed, giving us new direction and purpose. Christmas, therefore, is not just about commemorating a historical event but experiencing a renewed transformation in our own lives, where encountering Jesus can change our priorities, our values, and even the course of our lives. The star also serves as a symbol of humility and reversal of power, something deeply significant in the context of the Christmas message. The Magi, who were themselves men of wisdom, wealth, and influence, followed a humble star to a simple manger in a small town, kneeling before a newborn child. This juxtaposition underscores the Christian belief that God's kingdom often subverts worldly expectations of power and status. It suggests that true wisdom is not found in earthly authority or material wealth but in recognizing the divine in unexpected places. Christmas invites us to embrace this humble approach, recognizing that the greatest gifts, love, grace, and hope, often come in forms that the world may overlook or undervalue. The symbolism of light in the Star of Bethlehem also speaks to clarity in the midst of confusion and spiritual darkness. The Magi likely traveled through unknown and potentially dangerous territories, yet they pressed forward, their path illuminated by the star. This light served as a constant point of focus, a stable guide in the midst of unpredictable surroundings. Similarly, Christmas offers a reminder that amid the complexities, uncertainties, and darkness of modern life, there is a steady, unchanging source of guidance available to us through faith. This clarity doesn't mean we have all the answers, but it provides us with a reliable point of reference, encouraging us to navigate life's challenges with a sense of peace and purpose that comes from knowing there is a higher plan. The Star of Bethlehem embodies joy, the joy of discovery, fulfillment, and divine presence. When the wise men finally reached Jesus, they were overjoyed, Matthew 2 verse 10, experiencing a profound sense of completion and satisfaction in their journey. This joy is at the heart of the Christmas message, reminding us that true fulfillment is found not in external achievements or material gain but in our connection with the divine. The star is a testament to the joy that awaits those who seek God earnestly, reinforcing that the ultimate gift of Christmas is not something we can possess but a relationship with God that fills our lives with purpose, joy, and meaning. The Star of Bethlehem holds even deeper layers of meaning when we consider its role as a symbol of promise and fulfillment in the Christian narrative. Long before the birth of Christ, the Jewish scriptures contained prophecies about a coming Messiah, a deliverer who would bring salvation to God's people. The appearance of the star, therefore, was not just a guiding light, but a signal that these long-awaited promises were finally coming to fruition. For generations, people had looked forward with hope to the arrival of this Savior, and the star became a visible sign that God's promises were not forgotten. It announced the beginning of a new era, an era of grace and redemption, fulfilling prophecies that had sustained the faith of many through centuries of trials and hardships. In this way, the Star of Bethlehem encapsulates the reliability of God's word, reinforcing the idea that God's plans unfold in His perfect timing. This theme of promise fulfilled becomes especially poignant at Christmas, reminding us that God is faithful and that, even when we cannot see it, He is working out His purposes. Another profound element of the star's symbolism lies in its role as a herald of transformation, not only in individual lives but also in the fabric of human history. The birth of Jesus marked a radical shift in the relationship between God and humanity, a shift from law to grace, from distance to closeness. The star, as the first announcement of this shift, represents a cosmic turning point, a new dawn where God would dwell among humanity, inviting everyone, Jew and Gentile alike, into relationship with Him. This theme of transformation is central to the Christmas celebration. As the wise men were changed by their journey, Christmas invites us to open our hearts to transformation, to allow the message of Jesus' birth to alter our perspectives, soften our hearts, and deepen our connection to God. It calls us to experience our own new dawn as we embrace the values of compassion, mercy, and humility embodied in Christ. The Star of Bethlehem also speaks to the theme of divine intervention in the midst of human struggles. At the time of Jesus' birth, the people of Israel were living under Roman rule, experiencing oppression and longing for liberation. The appearance of the star and the birth of Jesus brought a message of hope in a time of political and social unrest. This theme resonates with many who experience personal or societal challenges, as it underscores the belief that God is present even in turbulent times. Christmas, therefore, is not merely a celebration of a past event. It becomes a present reminder that God intervenes in human history and in our personal lives, bringing hope and renewal even in difficult circumstances. The star's appearance signals that God sees the struggles of His people and acts in love to bring light into their darkness. This gives comfort and encouragement, especially during Christmas, to those who may feel overwhelmed by life's difficulties, reminding them that God's light can penetrate even the darkest times. Furthermore, the Star of Bethlehem reflects the idea of seeking and finding, a universal theme that transcends religious contexts. The wise men were seekers of truth, scholars and philosophers who devoted their lives to understanding the mysteries of the world. When they saw the star, they set out in pursuit of something beyond mere intellectual understanding, seeking a spiritual truth that could not be measured by human knowledge alone. The journey of the wise men thus mirrors the spiritual journey of countless individuals who seek purpose, meaning, and connection to something greater. Christmas, with the story of the star, becomes an invitation for us all to embark on this journey of seeking, to move beyond the surface of life, to search for deeper truths, and to allow our lives to be enriched by the pursuit of spiritual understanding. In this sense, the star is a call to curiosity and openness, urging us to explore our faith and spirituality with the same courage and commitment as the wise men. Additionally, the Star of Bethlehem represents a divine peace that contrasts sharply with the world's turmoil. The night sky, in which the star shone, was a vast and often unsettling place, symbolizing the unknown and, at times, fear. However, the star introduced a peaceful light, a stable point in the vastness, guiding the wise men toward a place of calm and reverence. This tranquility embodies the peace that Christmas offers, a peace that goes beyond worldly understanding, offering a quiet assurance in the midst of life's uncertainties. In celebrating Christmas, we are reminded of this peace, a gift that invites us to slow down, reflect, and find rest in God's presence despite the chaos around us. The star also brings to mind the concept of sacrifice and giving, integral elements of the Christmas story. The wise men brought gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh, symbolic offerings that showed honor and reverence for Jesus. Their journey itself was a form of sacrifice, leaving their homelands, enduring hardship, and bringing treasures that held personal and material value. The star thus points to the heart of Christmas, a season not only of receiving but of giving, inspired by the ultimate gift of Jesus' life. It encourages us to think about our own gifts, not necessarily material ones, but gifts of love, service, and kindness that we can offer to others. Christmas reminds us that true giving is rooted in love, selflessness, and a willingness to go out of our way for the good of others, as the wise men did. In this light, the Star of Bethlehem becomes more than a guide. It is a message in itself, calling us to live lives of hope, faith, humility, and generosity. Its appearance was a divine gesture that broke into ordinary life, drawing attention to a profound spiritual reality and inviting all who saw it to respond. It suggests that Christmas is a time for response, not just celebration but a reflection on how we, too, might follow the light of Christ in our lives, embodying the values and truths that the star represents. The star's role as a connector of different cultures, lands, and beliefs speaks to the universality of God's message. The wise men were foreigners, yet they were drawn into the story of Christ's birth through this miraculous star. Their inclusion highlights the inclusive nature of Jesus' message, a message that reaches beyond cultural and geographical boundaries. The Christmas season, therefore, serves as a reminder of the unity we share, transcending differences of culture, language, and background. The star calls us to recognize our shared humanity, inviting us to embrace each other with love and understanding, echoing the global invitation of Christmas to peace and goodwill. The Star of Bethlehem is a profound emblem of promise, transformation, divine intervention, peace, and unity. Its message is woven into the fabric of the Christmas story, reminding us of the many layers of meaning and truth that Christmas brings. It calls us to look beyond the ordinary, to see God's hand in the world, and to live out the values of compassion, peace, and love that the birth of Christ signifies. Through the star, we are reminded that Christmas is not only a historical event but an ongoing invitation to journey toward God, finding purpose, hope, and unity along the way. The Star of Bethlehem, as it appears in the Christmas narrative, holds even deeper meanings that reflect a profound connection between the divine and the human, emphasizing the theme of revelation. The star's appearance marks a moment when heaven and earth intersect, when the divine reaches into the physical world to reveal a message of hope and salvation. This celestial sign was not limited to a particular group of people or a single religious tradition. Instead, it reached across cultural boundaries, drawing in the wise men, who likely came from distant lands and different beliefs, into a divine encounter. This inclusivity reveals the nature of God's revelation as universal, intended for all people, regardless of their origins or backgrounds. Christmas, therefore, becomes a reminder that the message of Christ is a gift for all humanity, a revelation meant to transcend borders, religions, and backgrounds, inviting everyone to participate in a story of love and redemption. Another rich layer of the Star of Bethlehem's significance is its representation of spiritual illumination, a light not only for the physical journey but for the inner journey of the soul. The wise men were learned individuals, likely versed in both the sciences and the spiritual beliefs of their cultures, yet they were drawn to a mystery that was beyond their intellectual understanding. The star becomes a symbol of the way divine truth often surpasses human reasoning and intellect, inviting people to embark on a journey of faith that requires trust in things unseen and unknown. For Christians, the season of Christmas encourages a similar journey, inviting believers to move beyond a solely intellectual understanding of faith and instead embrace a spiritual awakening that touches the heart and transforms the soul. The star also underscores the theme of divine orchestration, hinting at God's active presence in the course of history. Its appearance at precisely the right moment, leading the wise men across vast distances to arrive at the humble birthplace of Jesus, reveals a pattern of divine timing. The Christmas story, with the star as its guiding light, reminds us that God's hand is often at work behind the scenes, orchestrating events in ways we may not immediately recognize. This theme can be comforting, especially during Christmas, a season when many reflect on their own lives and the timing of their personal journeys. The star is a reminder that while we may not always understand the timing of life's events, there is a larger plan at work, one guided by a loving and purposeful Creator. In addition to divine timing, the star serves as a symbol of personal calling and purpose. Each character in the Nativity story, from Mary and Joseph to the shepherds and wise men, had a role to play in fulfilling a divine purpose. The wise men's decision to follow the star was not a casual one, it was a purposeful journey driven by a sense of calling and devotion. This sense of calling resonates deeply during Christmas, encouraging individuals to reflect on their own lives and consider the ways they might live out their unique purpose in the world. The star, then, is more than a guiding light, it is a reminder that each person has a unique path and calling that contributes to a greater purpose. Christmas invites us to seek and follow that purpose with faith and determination, trusting that our lives are part of a larger story. Furthermore, the Star of Bethlehem represents the pursuit of transcendence and ultimate fulfillment. The wise men's journey was not simply about reaching a destination, it was a quest for something transcendent, something that would fulfill a longing within them. This pursuit of transcendence speaks to the human desire for fulfillment that goes beyond material wealth, social status, or intellectual achievement. Christmas, in this light, becomes a season of reconnecting with the things that truly fulfill the soul: love, family, faith, and connection with the divine. The star, shining in the night sky, reminds us that fulfillment is often found not in outward success but in an inner relationship with God and in the values we live by. The star symbolism also includes a powerful message about light's transformative power to bring order from chaos. In the ancient world, the night sky was a vast, unpredictable realm that represented both beauty and fear. The star provided a stable point of reference in the darkness, a light that guided the wise men through potentially treacherous terrain. This theme resonates deeply with Christmas, as it calls attention to the way God brings order, hope, and peace to the chaos of our lives. The light of the star serves as a metaphor for the stability and peace that faith can bring, helping us navigate life's uncertainties with the assurance that God's light is always present, no matter how dark our surroundings may feel. Lastly, the Star of Bethlehem embodies the idea of sacred mystery and the unknown. Even today, the exact nature of the star remains a topic of debate and fascination, reflecting a certain mysterious quality that surrounds the divine. The wise men could not fully understand the star, yet they followed it, moved by a sense of awe and wonder. This mirrors the journey of faith, which often requires embracing the mysteries of God without needing all the answers. Christmas, in this sense, is a time of wonder, an invitation to rekindle our sense of awe at the mysteries of life and the divine. The star encourages us to approach faith with a childlike curiosity and openness, to trust in God's mystery, and to find peace in the unknown. The Star of Bethlehem is a powerful symbol layered with meanings of revelation, spiritual illumination, divine orchestration, personal calling, transcendence, order amidst chaos, and sacred mystery. It serves as an invitation to enter the Christmas season with a heart open to wonder, a willingness to follow divine guidance, and a trust in the profound journey of faith. The star reminds us that Christmas is not just a time to celebrate but a call to engage more deeply with our spiritual lives, to seek fulfillment in God's presence, and to trust in His purpose for us in the unfolding story of humanity. Follow me for more great stories about God.